Hello, this is Tara Sweeney with West Coast Industrial Solutions magazine. I sat down with Janelle Ozeran, the board director and executive director of Ideaworks, a makerspace in downtown Fresno, to discuss Ideaworks. Ozeran helps outline the community structure of Ideaworks in this interview section. I hope you enjoy this bit of our interview and that you can gain further insight beyond the article in our January to March 2020 quarterly on how makerspaces are revolutionizing manufacturing and revitalizing the workforce. Thank you for reading, and thank you for listening. So you were talking about how it's all volunteer-based. Maybe you could define the community structure, how everything within Ideaworks functions.
So it's evolved over time, and it's constantly evolving as we grow, especially since we bought this building. So historically, we were in spaces that were owned by other people. Nader Assemi is just the most generous, unbelievably generous person on the planet, but as he redeveloped spaces that he let us occupy at different times, we realized about a year and a half ago that we needed to find our own forever home. So we bought this building a year ago, August. And what that's done is really changed the structure of the board, because now we have, this thing that we're responsible for. So we've always had an executive board, and the president or the chair of that board has always functioned as the executive director. And we have a number of board members who take on roles to sort of take responsibility for different aspects of running the business, which now includes rehabilitating this building. I guess that's where I was going with that. That's not something we had to worry about before. We have these board members, and then we also have a number of committee chairs. And those committees range from our educational outreach, which plan both classes here in the facility for adults that we advertise, through social media, and also build relationships and develop contracts with other entities, both schools. Like right now we have an agreement with Kepler Neighborhood Schools, so we've got about 40 kids in here every week doing vocational arts that they can't do there, to Soul Academy, which is also a downtown public charter. We've actually partnered with them for maybe, I think, 4 years. Those are teenagers, to things like doing library outreach or working with other nonprofits like Valley STEM, which is a student-founded STEM outreach nonprofit from Edison High School, and they are awesome. So that's what our education committee does. We have an art hop committee that, tries to develop art hop and similar events like that. We've got a facilities committee that's looking at things we need to do to rehabilitate this building and start bringing up to ADA code, and also, just other safety code and that kind of thing. How to use the space efficiently. We've never been in a space that had this many walls, and we don't want that to interfere with the community, although it has. We're working on it. Yeah, so there are lots of committees, and they are actually the boots on the ground. The board is just trying to make sure that everybody's mostly on the same page and knows what's going on, but it's those committees that do the work. And then we also have the shop stewards, about 20 members, they're all members, who also volunteer for a 4-hour shift every week to be responsible for literally just keeping the doors open and talking to people who come in, cleaning the bathrooms, mopping the floors, whatever it is they can do to own the space. So, and those, we get angels on our t-shirts because we're amazing. There are members who don't really understand that their volunteer hours are that valuable to us, but they are. Our income comes almost entirely from our membership dues, and that's what pays the bills. We're really grateful to if they put in 1 hour at Santa's workshop, or if they put in 4 hours a week as a steward, or if they feel like they're working full-time on a committee. We are super grateful for those people. I don't know if they all know it. So that's the structure of the community, is it really is people just becoming members and stepping up to pitch in, or not becoming members. There are other folks out there in the community who do a lot for us too. A lot of pro bono professional services, or just folks who give us advice, other entities like the Arts Council, the Fresno Art Council. We had a sit down yesterday to get some advice about a grant we're writing. And again, that's where the community aspect, I think, is so awesome. Yeah.
Definitely. That concludes this section of the interview. Feel free to continue reading the article on Makerspaces, or listen to other sections of this interview and interviews with other examples of Makerspaces in Fresno, California. Thank you for reading, and thank you for listening.